welcome back to Pirate Adventures, where we last left off. Our dear pirate crew got confused about a puzzle, found themselves a little bit more informed about what the fudge is going on this island, and found a minor betrayal of trust and some doppelganger situation with rather giant creatures. And we will continue where we left off, which is with combat. Now, we're back at the top of the round, my dear pirates, and that is Alarias. What would you like to do? If you need me to reset the scene, I can.
I'm just trying to remember what I did last time.
So,
If we have any resistances, I don't believe so.
We've not.
No resistances so far, and I think the last thing that happened was Tim came in, shrouded himself in some magic, some radiant, powerful magic, and then as he hits the creature, it now has this like corrupted, veiny-looking mark on it that's bright, glowing light. And it seems like for that reason, it's not healing as well as it was before.
Okay.
I think we hit it for a 17. I think was the last hit we did.
How does it look?
It doesn't look awful, but it looks hurt.
Yeah, I did a scorching ray. I'm gonna save my lots for counter.
Oh yeah, no, that is actually it. Sorry, I've just remembered you did a scorching ray last time. That was
Yeah, because we had a conversation about you setting fire to this dojo.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you
not
want
gonna
to
use
set fire to
fireball.
the dojo, you can set fire to the dojo. I'm not gonna argue.
I think I'm actually gonna go for a chromatic orb, second level slot. Let me just read. Probably, I don't know. I feel like acid could be. No wait.
So which one? I'm trying to remember which ones we know are okay. We know fire's okay. Radiant, right?
Bludgeoning, radiant.
I think he's been slashed.
Yeah, no, I think slashing was fine as well, and non-magical slashing, to be clear as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I risk it and risk another type to see if he's vulnerable to it, but I doubt he's vulnerable to anything, so I think I'll go fire. I'll go safe for now. I don't want to waste slots. So I'll go second level chromatic orb fire. +7, so I'll roll the hit.
Right, so this one's pretty heavily covered by a giant ape. Do you want to move at all to get a better angle? Because you are
yeah,
firing
probably
through a
should've said that.
doorway.
Yeah, so let me. Okay, what's my movement?
I mean,
30
it's a
feet.
giant creature, but it's being hidden by a huge creature, so I'm just,
So I'm
You
just
can
gonna
target the one on the
move,
right.
like.
You got. If you move just up a bit, you can stay in the doorway and have a better shot at the other one.
Oh, I can see. Yeah, I did already roll, but yeah, so I'll move up to here. Yeah, he's. Gorilla's
Well, it doesn't
on
matter
his
if you've
arse,
already
so
rolled.
I'm
You can
gonna go.
move full that. That's fine.
I'm gonna go to the one on the right. You like ping? How do you ping in this?
Yeah.
Oh, you can hold control.
Just
left.
hold,
Okay,
hold,
cool.
click.
Yeah, one on the right. So I rolled 7. So I have 14. Does that hit?
A 14.
Yeah.
As you fire it, the creature brings its glaive to one side and throws it down in front of the chromatic orb, splitting it in two as the chromatic orb splits past it.
Okay. Yeah, that's all my actions.
Stares you down.
Yeah, it's my turn.
It's your turn. Vaela, what would you like to do?
I will go for the one in front. Yeah.
It's 2 in front of you.
Also, well, the one I'm facing, this one.
Oh, the one you're facing.
Yeah, so I'll come in on the side. I will attack. I didn't get any of my dice out because I'm super
You
prepared.
are flanking,
Yes.
so you would have advantage, which means you would have sneak attack.
Excellent. Let's do advantage. Oh, wow. Okay, that was actually a nat 20 on the first roll of the evening. Very nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so I'll do...
Max damage.
Yeah. I mean, the max damage... What's the max damage going to be? So that's going to be...
Oh, and it's a sneak attack.
11.
Oh.
Yeah, what is my sneak attack damage? 11 on the normal hit. 4d6, so 6 times 4 is 24. Plus...
So that's
was it 11? 35, and then plus whatever I roll. 55. 55 damage.
Nice.
Slashing.
Zora, I'm going to bring some flair to this. As you slash down with this attack with the creature distracted for a moment, you just take a moment to really sneak around the back of its leg, and as you do, you just carve up one leg, down the other, and bring it to its knees.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm also going to say gives the next person to attack it advantage.
Oh, well, I'm going to attack it again because I get my offhand.
But
That's-
you can have advantage for that attack too.
Excellent. Excellent. I don't... yeah, sneak attack's once per turn, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you only get
Yeah,
sneak
once
attack
per turn. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
What,
that...
what a turn.
Oh, God, that was a good thing that had advantage. 9, 10. I literally... That was a nat 1. then I rolled a 9. That's only 12 to hit, though.
Yeah, that's gonna miss. Seeing you do this, it just brings the glaive back to your your blade away.
Nice.
It just turns to look at you, while it turns around its back to look at you on its knees, gritting its teeth. It's beginning to bleed quite a lot.
No more than you deserve.
You're gonna pay for this.
We shall see.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Elizora. Huge ape Elizora. Green with the pink mohawk. What would you like to do? Right, in the interest of this moment, I'm going to say, as the Oni is turned around looking at you, Vaela, gritting its teeth and saying you'll pay for this, could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yes. Hello, welcome back.
Oh, jeez.
That's right.
There you go. The ears have fixed it.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, okay. So, whatever it was, you brushed it off. Matt, it was your go.
Okay. Give me one. So I will. Giant ape, the one in front of me, if it's still alive.
Yeah, that's what we figured.
Cool. Grab some dice.
It's cool. Just realised I've literally started this without getting my dice out.
Yeah.
All of me.
Do I get flanking as well? Pretty please.
I will give you advantage for the absolute destruction of that man's calves and thighs by Vaela.
That's what we like to hear.
Mm.
Okay, let's just yeah, fist. I get 2 fists attack. First fist is a 14 plus 9, so it's 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Cool. So it's
Yeah, tell me the damage of that one.
3d10. 20. So it's 25 total.
How do you want to do this?
This is like King Kong. Just
Remember, it's on its knees.
perfect. This is it's just like full fists just down and like watermelon.
Nice.
As it crushes down, as giant ape Elizora brings the fists down in a full ape-like attack, knuckles crush the skull and the shoulders, the rib cage, the spine column, the pelvic bone, all of it just crumbles under these giant ape fists, and the glaive clangs to one side as the body, a pile of greeny black blood and green tinged skin, flesh on the ground. Suddenly, all of that begins to fade to dust and ash, and almost, even though you're in a room, gets taken away by the wind. You are now covered in goo. Would you like to carry on with your other attack?
Yes, please.
Just gonna.
Neri. Comp round. I think we're still safe. Personally, I think it's still worth targeting these things first, rather than Inara.
Inara. I think.
Inara.
He's the small one. I think it's worth targeting because, it might be that she calms down or loses on our side afterwards.
Yeah.
The
Pact goes null and void when your employer's gone.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a 10 plus that's 19 to hit.
Go hit.
Okay. Another 3d10 barrage. 3 plus 6. 27 damage.
Takes it. Across the chin. Looks at you. His teeth. This wasn't part of the plan. All done?
Yeah, that's all Elizora can do as this ape, yeah. Well, this is worth doing, as to say.
Okay, it's now its turn. Seems like some of its wounds begin to heal up. I think yeah, now is the perfect time for this. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, I can get you all in that. Yeah, that gets all of you. Perfect. So.
Boo.
Can I?
Right.
Can
I
I spell?
would like. You'd like to counterspell?
Yeah.
Assuming it's a spell.
I'm
Appreciate
going
it.
to need you
Well, yeah.
to roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier. But yes, you can counterspell.
Is that the same that I use for my range attack? Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, it is. What'd you get?
Okay, out loud.
Yeah?
13.
Good.
This could be very bad.
The spell goes through, which means I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, it's been another kind of cold, isn't it?
No, I'm not.
Elizora, I'm going to need you to do it in ape form, which means
Yeah.
probably your con's going to be a lot better.
Could I cast counterspell again when it fails?
No.
No,
Because you're your reaction, aren't you?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Okay, Tim got 15.
I got a 15 as well.
We got 7.
Roll
Six.
this for
Alright,
everyone,
I'll
so you all know how much this is.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Yeah, let's hope Alarias doesn't take too much damage, because, yeah.
Any more than 12.
Well, yeah, any more than 12. But
It's-
if you get like 46,
Yeah.
you are dead.
So, let's go round. I don't know if you all saw that in the game log or not, but I will tell you the full damage in a minute. Alarias, what'd you get?
6.
6. Okay, you're going to take the full 37 damage. Vaela, what'd you get?
15.
You're going to take half that, so that's going to be
18.
Hey, oh, that. What is it? It's a cold damage, is it?
yeah. So it's
Okay.
18 cold damage.
Holy shit, 1 HP.
I'm taking that too, I assume.
Yes, you're taking 18 too. Elizora, in your ape form, you will take 18.
Um,
I rolled this. I got 7 on my
Oh, sorry, you'll take 37. Yeah, you'll take 37 as your 8th form then. Sorry, I don't know why I thought you had a 15
Rolling
as well.
concentration, is that a constitution save beating the damage I took?
Beating half the damage you took to round it
Which
up
is
to
9.
10 at the minimum, so as long as you get 10 or
10.
above. 10, yeah, you're fine.
Nope, I blew it.
Okay, you lose your concentration.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19, which I think it just passes my concentration.
Mhm. Yes, it does. You're fine. He's then going to turn.
Oh, I am
to...
resistant to cold.
Yes, yes,
As
you
an
are.
ape. So,
Okay.
that's
It
probably
does.
what you were thinking.
Becomes 18.
Yeah.
So you're fine. Okay. So
Oh.
the creature turns to Inara and just says, "Come on, do your part." She shrugs. Fine. She runs over, just seeing if she can do anything interesting. Oh, now I'm gonna need the giant ape to do a charisma saving throw, please.
Not 20.
You lucky bitch.
Nearly knocked over the webcam in the process.
Don't do it.
I lose one now.
You feel magic attempt to behold you and take you to a completely different realm.
Oh my!
And suddenly it is you, as a giant ape, just force it away, hold yourself, root yourself down to this mortal plane as a banishment spell fails.
Holy crap!
Jeez.
That's man.
And Inara looks at you and says, "Oh well."
Okay.
And then, to make it look like she's doing something, she will run up to the side of you, giant ape, and flank. Tortle Tim, what would you like to do?
I lost my spirit. How desperate is everyone for healing? Because
Very.
another spirit shroud will be a bonus action, as is mass healing word.
Yeah.
So we have to choose one.
Very needed because Alarias is down. I'm on 1 HP. I don't know what. Yeah.
Ape's fine.
Ape's fine. Yeah.
How's the Oni?
It's alright.
This one's really fresh-faced, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. I'll heal all friendlies.
Nice.
For 7. I think. Wait, Dan, as you're downed.
It brings it back up.
Yeah, but I think you do max, don't you, for people who are downed or something?
I think that was max
yes,
anyway.
you do max though.
Maximum possible HP on each dice instead of, but we got max anyway, right?
And
No, 7. I don't think 7's the max, is it?
8.
Oh no, you did get max.
34.
Oh no, yeah, it is, yeah.
You
You
plus
max.
3, it says.
Yeah.
So yeah, so 7.
But,
Oh,
Okay.
you maxed out everyone. Well done.
And then I've got an action. I've got a level 4
Hopefully it
sword.
helps you.
I could try and banish. The Oni.
You want to try and banish the Oni? You
Go
can
for
banish
flight,
the Oni if you
don't know.
like.
Or I could just smack.
You want to try and banish the Oni? You try and banish
I
the
mean,
Oni.
he's fairly.
Go for it.
Banishing might be the better way because at least. Yeah, because we are messed up, really. Like, even that, I'm on 8. I don't know what. Alarias is on 7.
Banish is only a 14, and that would remove the chance of using Spirit Shroud again.
But then it would but then it
When
remove.
is its turn? It's afterwards, right?
It's like near the end, I think. I think we all have a round now before.
You'll all have a turn before it does.
I think we should. Well, I mean,
Unless you can deal a whole buttload of damage. But bear in mind, I had crit that thing to do that much damage.
yeah.
What was it? We've had one wave at it.
Not to this one though.
Like I've had one attack on it.
Oh, you've had one attack, yeah.
Didn't you attack it a little bit last? when it first happened?
I smacked
Before
it.
you...
I think, yeah, I think about a little bit, yeah.
Make the other one.
What are you doing, Tim? Give it to me. 6 second rounds.
Yeah, banishment.
That's-
Let's go.
Right. Yeah, hit me. So,
You
charisma
have to
saving
beat
throw.
14 on a charisma save.
Charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
It says saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Just checking. What do I have to beat?
The pit which spawned you. 14.
I rolled a 15.
No. Well, that's worth a
I-
try.
Yeah,
That's
it's
my
worth
turn.
a shot.
I'll sidle up next to it at least. Be a body.
Alarias, you're at 7 HP. You just went down. You're back up again. How you feeling?
I'm back. Alright. Ready to cause havoc with a fireball. No, let's go chromatic orb. It's kind of the best thing I can do. Just wait for. I mean, I've got visibility. That's like getting myself out. But yeah, yeah, I'll do chromatic orb. I use the third slot. Yeah, why not? Okay, yeah, I'll go fire. Again. Okay, much better. 26 to hit.
26 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
It's 558. The 107.
These things are large, aren't they?
Yes.
I wonder if it was worth Tim just like grappling him. You know? Because Tim's supposed to be quite butch, right? I think he's supposed to be like really strong.
Very
Plus,
funny.
oh, yeah, 16 strength, yeah, relatively.
Alright, yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Alright, we got
You're fine
31
with it,
fire
yeah.
damage.
How much fire damage?
31.
31. Takes the hit. Goes back a bit. Looks at you, gritted teeth. You see their eyes, their yellow eyes, staring around at all of you. Somewhat assessing the situation.
We got you surrounded now.
I don't think you can survive.
We'll see how it
Anything
goes.
else, Alarias?
Surrender or die.
At the end of your turn, sorry.
Yeah,
Vaela, what would you like to do?
Right, I'm gonna come round behind, over to here. Turn and start attacking. I assume with advantage.
Technically flanking, you have advantage, so you will get your sneak attack.
Oh dear. 12 to hit. On one of those.
12 does not hit.
Try the other one. Oh my god, what is with the nat ones? Okay, that one's better. 19 to hit.
Yep, 19 hits.
Okay. Alright. There's a 6, 7, 8,
And I'm pretty sure you decide when you want to use your sneak attack. You don't have to.
Yeah,
say
it
it's
just
sneak
says-
attack.
Yeah, it's just one per turn. Basically, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter too much.
Cool. So that's
Um,
fine.
So let me just roll 4d6. 4, so that's d6 and 8. 1, 2, 3. So that's 21 damage.
Oh,
Yeah, total. 21 damage total.
looking hurt.
Okay. There's nothing else I can really do because that's bonus, movement, and action. So that's it.
Elizora?
We get it right.
It's being flanked, but its attention's on you. So I'm gonna say no, because you're the one it's focused on.
Okay. That's 21.
Yep, still a hit.
That's a 21 damage on the first.
Still standing, but looking weak.
And so, yeah, so 22 to hit, so that's obviously a hit.
Yep.
And 27.
Would you like to do this?
Yeah, boy. Again,
Yeah,
it's
20
gonna be just.
At 20 hit points left, and in my head I was just like, if you get 19, it's gonna be so shit.
Definitely overbought my turn.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's again just animalistic rage. It just
fall
Crush
into
that.
the ground, crush this creature. As you do, it turns to ash, hands covered in this goo, and you notice out of this creature, the only things left in that ash are a book
Mm.
and what looks like a key.
Mm.
Whirl on Inara, just like in a challenging pose.
Well,
Hi.
your pact masters are to no more. I suggest you stand down while you can.
I wouldn't call them the masters, but I suppose as the current capability stands, I do not have to keep fighting you, so that's good.
Well, we won't fight you if we don't have to. Maybe
That
you can
sounds like a nice deal.
maybe you can help us understand what is happening here.
Okay, so full disclosure, I made a deal with the demon prince Locker, and unfortunately, I have been bound to that hideous thing for about 22 years now.
Elizora will end her polymorph. See, I told you you lied to me.
Yeah, all right. I'm not gonna, I can't reveal those. I'm gonna be frank. Those guys are idiots. Like, summoning them was stupid because they are
No hand, mate.
absolutely idiots. Look, I made a deal to keep my life. Don't worry, I'll just get rid of that. Right. I made a deal to keep my life and protect my daughter. And it led me to here. Were they wrong choices for the right reason? Yes. Would I change them now? No. Because I still have my daughter and we're alive on this island. And that's good enough for me. Can I put my hands down now, or do you want to keep fighting?
Well, if you don't want to fight, we're not going to fight.
Great.
Right, spiel.
Right, come back over.
Okay. 22 years ago, I nearly died at sea. Me and Inari nearly died at sea. Weren't too far from here. Our ship capsized. I made a deal to keep us alive. And he brought me to this island. I raised Inari. Left us alone for a couple of years. Then he started asking for favors. I couldn't not do them. One of them, unfortunately, was summoning those two morons, and the final summon went wrong. Zorro was born. I think you know him, or some of you do.
Yes, we are aware of him, yes.
I thought perhaps he was my ticket out because it seemed like he was mostly in control. He didn't have any of the demonic problems. And unfortunately, because of what happened to his mother, what I did, what caused the problem with his mother, I saw him become an outcast. And I want to be very clear, I don't want that happening to my daughter. This is a small island. If we're banished because of the things I've done, or if she's outcast because of what her mother's done, I saw Zorro grow up. It was lonely. It was terrible. I made sure Inari befriended him in some way, because I couldn't see that. Guilt, maybe. At the very least, some kind of penance. I won't let that happen to my daughter. So I want to be very clear right now. If your plan is to tell the village what I've done,
We could probably work out an agreement.
Where is Zushi?
But
Is he alive?
They locked him up somewhere. That's the key. Not 100% sure where they locked him up. They didn't fully trust me, which is probably about right.
is there
'cause I
any
didn't like them either.
anywhere that you would think? Any ideas? I would imagine.
Sushi kept it.
I imagine it would be somewhere generally forbidden, so no one would accidentally stumble across him.
It'll be here. No one knows this place like Sushi, and these, as I said before, those morons, whatever they were, have been trying to scope out this place, tree, everything for the last 20 years, looking for their precious pistol. Which you guys came here and found that dial in a day. So that just shows how stupid they are.
Well, if we can find Zushi, I'm sure that will restore order. The last thing we really need is the whole island to be in a panic. If they find out Zushi has disappeared, that will be no short of a riot.
Exactly. But there's got to be some kind of secret trapdoor, compartment, something in this dojo that they've hidden him.
Well, I suggest
They know the pistol had something to do with this place, something to do with the tree. I don't know much more than that.
Well-
The dial is new information as of today.
Well, I suggest that we find Zushi first, make sure he's still alive, and then we sort out this tree.
But
I
where's
want to be
Temrin?
clear.
Ah,
Temrin's still knocked out.
Yes, Temrin was where I was kept. He
Sorry, they used a sleep spell on him. It must have done a really good job. I don't know if they enhanced themselves with it or something. They can do that sometimes.
yeah, he's a very heavy sleeper, it turns out.
I don't know when Locker's going to hear about this, but it won't be long. And when he does, he may give me new instructions, which I'm going to have to follow.
Is it safe for you here?
There's only one thing that'll get him off my back, and that's if I give him the pistol. If I do that, my contract's gone and I'm free. Now it's a lot to ask, especially a bunch of people I don't know. But you've made more ground than those twits did in 20 years. I gotta ask. Could you help me try find it?
We could certainly help you find it. Where the issue is, we also require that pistol.
Well,
And I'd rather it not come to
Once-
blows between us.
I guess it depends on the timeline of when he lets me be free. Because once he does, I'm not bound to him anymore, so I don't actually have to do anything he asks.
Yes, but if he takes
So
the
say
if he takes the pistol, we won't then have the pistol.
No, but what I'm saying is, I mean, come on. You're pirates, right? We can be a little bit flexible with our deals.
What's this we talking about? You're not a pirate.
I was before. As I said, ship capsized.
Well,
Long time ago, though.
let's do one step at a time. Let's find Zushi, then we'll find the pistol, and then we can decide what we do with it. It's a lot of forward
Yes.
thinking, but there's a lot of steps in the middle we need to sort out.
Right, of course.
I'm sure we
If
can.
there's a possibility you're open to it,
We
that's
can.
helpful to
We
me.
we can talk about it, but like I said, at the end of the day, we need the pistol to save Flood. So, otherwise, if we leave it too long, Flood will get more flooded. And nobody wants that.
Okay, so I guess let's start looking around for a trapdoor.
Indeed.
Maybe you can escort us with the pistol.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, you and Anari, to join our crew. We can keep you safe as best we can.
The
bigger the-
you're close by the pistol, aren't you?
I mean, it's not a terrible idea.
And if Locker does find out, we can keep you safe again by locking you in the brig.
guess we've got two problems if Locker finds out. I need to know Inari's going to be safe, and Locker has the power to take me out of the picture.
You suppose she'll be safe.
Mm-hmm.
That can definitely be a discussion depending on how this next, how these next few steps go, as you say.
Very well.
But
Well-
I'm not going to say no, not now.
Well, that's good. We're always on the lookout for, those to join. Obviously, the more people that join our crew, the safer Inari will be.
Can I just backtrack quickly? Because you mentioned about Zora's mother. Something unfortunate happened and you were the cause of Zoro being what he was, but what actually happened to Zora's mother? Because we found a book right by the house. A ritual
one.
sacrificial book.
Yeah,
It's the one in his corpse, right?
Yeah.
yeah. So, first I thought it would be okay. It's a demon asking you to draw some pictures in a book. I thought very little of it. I did not assume their plans. But to summon those things, it needed some kind of sacrifice, and she was the pick. She was the mark.
Any particular
And at
reason
the time,
Any particular reason they chose her?
something about virgin blood. I don't know. It was either her or the other closest option at the time, I should state, was my daughter. As I don't know if you've noticed, but we don't exactly have a raging population here.
Makes sense. Well, I can see why you made the choice that you did. Always better them than us. Well, yeah. Shall we, unless there's any more questions, shall we get to looking?
Start poking around.
I'll, Alarias, do you want to try taking this book again? This time, take good care of it.
Yeah, I will. I don't have a bag of holding or anything, but
That's
I'll
alright.
stow it away.
Okay.
I don't blame him completely. They may have been twits, but they had fast hands. I know that much.
And Vaela will pick up the key. Assuming Elizora didn't.
She was an ape, and then she was like, "Ha! Told you so."
That's fair. Alright. She'll pick up the that key. Then yeah, alright crew. Spread out and search.
Let's go get Tamarin up as well.
Ah yes.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be in there.
She'll point to the general room, where she was. He's in there, snoozing off. If he has a stab wound, well, a light stab wound, don't be alarmed. It was only, had to try and get him up.
I forgot about that.
It was just a scratch, but
What the fuck, Ken?
well, he was sleeping, I had to try and get him up.
I was quite surprised myself.
I had to try and get him up somehow, but that didn't work, so I just left him there.
Maybe a bitch slap, maybe.
Oh, I tried that.
Scratch.
I tried that. It was only a light scratch, little
You draw blood.
like a drop. I'm sure he's a pirate now. I think he can sacrifice a drop of blood.
Yeah, I'm not falling asleep on the job in front of you.
Best not.
It's okay,
Let's
you
see
can
if,
trance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if Tamarin remembers anything. Or what he was picking at.
As you go through, you find the armory essentially, and now that you're not sneaking around, you can comfortably light the room and light your torches. Or there's a couple of ceremonial weapons on the sides, really old looking. So there's a very, very old sword on the wall with a golden hilt on it. and there's another sword next to it with a more silver hilt on it. They look very much more decorative than they are for like weapon use. Doesn't mean you can cut someone with it, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of weight in the bottom because of their metallic.
Fashion over function.
Fashion over function, exactly. And there's a few other decorative weapons in there, and then after that it becomes the general mill of the katanas, and everything in here is like Damascus steel, and it's very shimmering edges and very well made. But yeah, those two weapons stand out to you as decorative and ceremonial. As you go in there, you do find Temrin laying on the floor, still bound, still asleep.
Oh, you need it on time.
Well, at the time, we knew that something was in there. We didn't really have time to, untie the bounds of an unconscious person. I was
You had time to scratch him.
Well, that was just like a quick one, right? That's, But again, this was
Your sword is out.
after. Well, it was only a dagger, but this was after I unbound myself, unbound. Well, what was Zushi? Unbound Inara. So I only had so much time.
Yeah, enough time to scratch him.
Yes, well, split seconds decisions, as it is. Well, you're more than welcome to try getting him up.
Right, come on, wizard boy. Dad has come to get you. And just shakes him.
They're still very asleep.
Alright, this one's always going to work.
Sling him over my shoulder.
It's going to wet willy him.
Tell you what, I will give him another roll for that.
Under her breath,
Still
Vaela's just
asleep.
like, gross. See? It's not as straightforward, is it? He's a heavy sleeper.
You check his pulse. His heart's beating and he is breathing. It's just he seems to have been put in this incredibly unconscious state.
Tim, what do you think? Anything that your medical wisdom can help
Nothing
with?
that we haven't already tried. I was just going to carry him.
Anyone would like to do a medicine check or an arcana check?
You think it's a magical sleep? Magical
I feel like
sleep
we
to get
understand it. We understand what it is, right?
Yeah, it'd be okay.
You know it's some kind of magical sleep, but this is way beyond the capability that you've seen
Okay,
the
I'll do a
general
medicine check
sleep
with
spell
you.
do.
I just thought, isn't it like established that Tim has like a musk to him?
Tim does have a
Yes.
mask. I also just got a
Tim
nat
does
20
have
on
a
a
mask.
medicine check.
I was gonna say
You
just
got a
like
nat 20 on a medicine check.
I did.
I was say just get that armpit and just go to town,
They
That's the next
have
step.
given. You can tell from your medical professional opinion that they have given him something that has put him into such a deep sleep.
We
Beyond
need to purge him.
any natural wake up. Either you let him sleep it out, or you have to use some kind of magic to wake him.
Can I assess how long it's going to last?
You can. You can probably say it's going to be something like 6 to 8 hours.
Oh, I've got the spell magic.
Hmm.
that would
The
work.
spell magic should do it.
Might do it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an idea.
I'll burn my last third level slot and I'll cast the spell magic on him. Instantaneous.
Okay.
Oh,
As...
no, go on.
Go ahead. I was just
Go
going to say, so as Alarias brings his hands together and twists them round to cast this dispel magic, as the spell releases from... Did you untie him?
Don't think we specifically
I don't
said
think we
no.
No, okay, so as he wakes up, did you remove the gag from his mouth?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Gag.
At the very least. But we'll
Okay.
definitely. Elizora won't believe him before she thought to untie him, even if she admonished.
So as he wakes up, he goes, okay, right.
Rise and shine.
Steady. I'm gonna sleep a while.
How long was I out?
Too long.
Long
Oh,
enough.
this
Long
is
enough.
right.
Fight.
Yeah, long
The
enough to
old
miss all the
man.
fun.
The old man, he charmed me. He definitely charmed me. And then he told me to take something, and I was charmed, so I took it. And now now I'm here. Where am I?
In the dojo.
Nudging Vaela. Like, I don't think we should bring him next time.
Right. The
Well-
dojo. Yes, that would make sense. Would that
Yeah.
make sense? Yes, that would make sense.
She'll just keep it. Like, catch him up, basically, on basically what he missed, like Zushi being a demon and this, that, and the other.
Wow. Right.
So yes, so basically
You sure
looking
we can trust her?
for now.
Can you trust me?
I mean, we're pirates. You should never really
Of course,
trust.
I trust you.
you should-
You're well, as you're my officer. You also have been a dear friend of my father for a very long time.
Look, if you trust me, you'll trust her. That's just the nature
Alright.
of our deals.
Okay, fair enough.
But yes, we
Are
maybe
you guys going to untie me?
Oh yes, she'll get her dagger back out and untie his thing.
Great.
What
I know I have these rather large arms, but I'm not particularly adept with them.
No, that's fair. Right, myself, Elizora, and Tim and Inara will carry on looking for Zushi. I suggest you, Tamarin and Alarias, compare notes with this tree dial thing, because you two are the
You
ones.
found the dial.
Yes, you
What did you
two.
think?
Well, apparently you two have done the most with it. Right? You two just have your conversation, share notes, whatever it is you magic types do, and the rest of us will check for trapdoors and whatever.
Yeah, a little insensitive.
I don't know if
Magic
we're
types.
taking a short rest before we split up, but if not, we can do a prayer of healing. Heals.
Yeah, we'll do.
I've got a bunch left actually, so I might just blow one anyway.
Yeah, just in case.
It does take 10 minutes.
It's all right. You could have done it while we were,
Yeah. Is that cool, Arthur?
Yeah, that's cool. You
Excellent.
can do that.
That's 12 to everyone.
Nice.
Awesome.
That will help.
I
Okay.
can do another one if we want, but I feel like we're okay.
All right for now.
Be alright, yeah.
So, I'm going to start with Tamarin comes up to you, Alarias, and sort of says, "They took my notes. I don't know where they took them, but it's all up here anyway." Now, I think it's definitely something to do with the moons more than the suns. I think the moons are more important. I'm not sure why, but every time I put the suns over the top, something buzzed me. Did you get buzzed?
Yeah, I got a little
Yeah,
tingle, little buzz.
I got
That was
buzzed.
unpleasant.
No, very, very unpleasant. It's very annoying that such a thing's trapped because you want to try every configuration. Now, I think if it's something to do with the moons, the fact that they're crescent moons seems important. I'm just not quite sure what it is, and I feel like. Did you see all the colours you could make?
Yeah, red, blue, white, yellow, green, purple. And then
Now-
it's unmixing.
There's no significance to the plane of flood other than blue and red. I feel like they're important as well. And I noticed that the moons, one of them would always become blue and the other would always become red. But I'm not sure how it should go together.
Yeah.
All I know is every time I did the red sun, it burned me. Every time I did the other sun, white or blue, it froze my hand.
We did a red moon, and it burnt you, right?
Yeah, yeah. If I was red and then burnt, you probably get different effects for different colours.
I think the only way we're going to do this safely is if we set up the correct configuration.
Yeah, there's no point trying loads of different.
Or I can go with
Configuration.
them to keep them healed. Have extra tries.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, Tim, as much as that's a good idea, I really don't like the idea of constantly getting burned or frozen until I get the right thing.
Howard.
Don't forget you've got your book as well. The book now.
So the book is just to do with the sacrificial demonic stuff.
I don't know, unless there's any symbology.
Are you gonna give it a good read through?
I'll have another read through.
Could you look at that specifically? You might. I don't know.
I think they're separate, like this to do with the pistol.
Yeah. So as you
Mm.
look through the book, I'm not going to make you do the con save again because you have a technique for dealing with that. So what I'm going to say is, you go through, you find the demonic symbols and the sigils that we use to summon. You see the third one is like got some blemishes in it. There's a couple of markings in the wrong place. The circle's not perfect. Ink perhaps running out, something along those lines. It wasn't quite right. Moving on to the pages after that, you see it's generally looking at someone watching Zorro and taking down notes. Every time he goes to sleep, the other creature can take control for a little bit. Every time he's training or anything like that, it seems like his hyper-focused conscious mind would outweigh the capability of the summoned creature, but the summoned creature could take over during Zorro's subconscious hours. But it seems like they were analysing that for some reason, not entirely sure what, but you have those notes there.
That makes sense why he was like randomly off the ship one day.
Yeah. Or in the evenings he'd kind of wander off or get drunk.
There is also a note there about him drinking excessively, but not sure why. If it's the creature attempting to get out, or if it's something else, unsure.
Voices or something.
Yeah. Where does it end? Is it just
Just that.
Small notes? Yeah.
Just notes on Zorro, and then there's no more notes in there anymore.
I suppose he probably stopped after he left.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just really on that topic. There's no picture or diagram that resembles the dial in any shape or form. Probably not.
It's worth a try. So all we've got so far is that we know that it's more about the moons than it is the sun, and then one of them has to be blue and one of them has to be red. Generally. I'm trying to interact with the suns in any way seems to not work. So it's more about where you put. I don't know how many like iterations there are, like in terms of how many positions you can put them in, but it sounds like it's more about where you're putting a blue moon and a red moon.
Yeah.
I'm guessing in relation to each other more than anything else. So it's like, which I imagine is going to be things like one on top of the other, or like 180 degrees sort of thing.
Yeah. I was thinking that. There's one set in the east, one set in the west. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I can remind you of as well. So they're crescent moons, but they are opposites.
Hmm.
So as you turn them around, they could be like that. They could be like that.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
they
they
each other
never
like this.
It could be worth
like,
trying to
opposites.
put them together so they make a circle. Potentially. Just those two, put a circle. Or maybe back to back, because then it's like X, and X marks the spot sort of thing.
Yeah, it's possible to do both of those configurations. As you notice as you're going round, as the dials go round, they're not like massive changes where it clunks into place. It's more like a safe. Like it's very individual ticks as you're going through, so it can lock into place on very individual axes.
So it sounds like it's more about like them in relation to each other than them necessarily in a specific position. Maybe because if it was like a 12-point dial, then you could almost suggest like it's like time or whatever.
Yeah.
But if it can literally be in any point, it probably is more about an interaction with themselves, with each other, and maybe like a general position, like at the top or something. possibly. So yeah, maybe
That's good.
maybe try that. So you got like, yeah, together, or like points like to make a circle, or like to make an X. Then I guess you've got one at the top, one at the bottom. You know, either way, like a reflection kind of thing, like a reflection. There's always about like a thing about a moon reflecting in the lake. You know, sort of thing, possibly.
I think we just have to try loads of combinations. We don't have a key, so we don't have anything to go off. So we just need to.
No, not unless we find anything, but I doubt it. Not if it was. Well, I don't think it would be necessary. It's not. Yeah, it's not demon related. It could be anything related,
No,
I suppose.
it's not related to them.
I guess Zushi might actually know, be willing to tell
Yeah.
us.
Potentially.
That we saved him.
Yeah, he could be like the guardian of it or something.
'Cause
Yeah.
He certainly, before we were talking about it to him, he certainly clued on he knew more about it than he was willing to let on to us.
Well, I don't think we've ever met Zushi, right? Because ever since we got here, he's been the demon. We've not met this one. Not if he's been in hiding for like 20 odd years.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
Unless they got rid of him recently, but that seems a bit. I don't know. I doubt it. But, yeah, because Zushi was the one that had the book on him, and so he's at least been around that long. So, but yeah, we'll have to just see if we can.
I don't think they would have been able to keep up the act of being Zushi full time.
What do you think? But then,
I guess. Wait, let's ask an hour. Hey, how long has them been fronting as Zushi? Has it been the whole time, 20 years, or just that last 10 days, or since we got here?
Since you got here, you've met Zushi, I think. I'm pretty sure they're little shits. They very much did not care to inform me who they were at what time, but I'm confident when you came on this island, you met the real Zushi. It was when you got close to things. They wouldn't have asked you to go find out about Zora's mother. Would have led you right to them. That's, I mean, even more moronic than they were.
Right. So, yeah, Zushi might.
you might know
He
something.
might actually be the. Yeah.
Well, let's.
It's only recently, so he's okay. He's not starved to death or anything like that, but he's somewhere.
Well, guess we just keep up the search.
Okay, so you guys searching just the dojo?
Well, she seemed
Just
to allude that he was in the dojo.
Yeah,
Unless-
she thinks he's in the dojo, 100%.
Oh, I mean, that's the only thing we've got to go off. So we would just search high and low in this dojo, assuming this is where he is.
So roll me some investigation checks. Those who are searching the dojo, you can all roll individually.
Okay. Oh, that was terrible.
Sorry, do you want one from each of us?
Actually, that dice got in the way.
Yes, please.
Oh, still
10.
terrible. 5.
16 from me.
Oh well.
Ooh, 10. Bravo. Is Elizora searching or not?
No.
She's not?
I rolled worse.
Tim, I'm going to tell you a few things you find as you go around, because as the others are going around, they have no idea what they're looking for. But as you're going around, there's, you found the hidden area under the waterfall. Like, when you were a kid, you were a bit of a scamp. You found, like, little hiding places and that kind of thing. So you're searching around, looking for things, looking for little triggers and points, and you've never been in this armory properly, so you start looking here.
Yep.
The ceremonial swords catch your eye for a minute. You noticed on the top of the guard there is a crescent moon on the guard of the silver-handled ceremonial sword. On the other one, it looks like the guard is made to look like a sun. Two things. As you're going around as well, you notice this big four-pointed kind of like a ninja star, but it's massive on like a hoop. And when you touch it, it doesn't move like something that's hanging. It seems locked in place, which is a bit odd.
Yes, apply pressure.
So you apply pressure and you twist it, and you hear a something clicks into place, and you see the floor next to you just a very small pop out.
Excellent. I'll inform the others, and let's have a look. Let's have a closer look.
Oh, well done, Tim.
Tim's ecstatic after striking out with the tree puzzle. That's how it's done, folks.
Excellent.
Show us how it's done. Good work.
Yeah.
As you look into this, you sort of lift it, and you see there's this hatch that pops open. You see it, and there's another latch. Look, but this isn't not a latch. That's incorrect. There's like a rope, like a knotted rope, something you have to pull. You start pulling, and it just keeps going and going and going, and there's a bit of tension to pulling this, and it keeps going. And then eventually it stops. But you hear suddenly calling from outside.
Do we hear what
What
it's
from
saying?
It's muffled.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Is everyone else hearing that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, everyone can hear it.
Huh.
It seems like there's a weird thing of you can hear it coming from outside, and you can hear it kind of echoing through this roped chamber.
Hmm. Does that wall lead outside? Do we know?
It's a very small like point. It's literally a small rectangle, yay big, room for the rope to pull through. Unless you were a very small creature, you couldn't get through there.
There's got to be some foul magic to get in there, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, you can hear the noise kind of echoing through this, wherever this rope is coming from, and you can also hear it coming from outside.
Guess we should check outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with the thing. Do I recognize the voice, or is it too muffled?
Too muffled.
Uh,
Okay.
Right,
Maybe
Elizora.
we should split.
Yeah, Elizora, do you want to go
Yeah.
check outside?
Yeah, why not?
I'll
Go
stay
take
with
a look.
Tim.
Can I get perception checks from the looking outside, please?
That's 21.
You hear the muffled voice. You can echolocate it very quickly to be coming from the Zen garden. You can't
Actually,
see into it because of the high fences, but you can definitely hear it.
What's the top of the fence?
Yep, so you can either climb over the fence or you can go through the gate.
I'm in for the dramatic flair, so I'll go hop the fence.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
That is a 10.
You leap up to get onto the fence, but you cannot quite pull yourself up and over.
God damn it. Alright, let's go try the gate.
Oh, I kind of wish that would happen. The gate is locked.
Oh. Send my hawk. It's just open air at the over.
Yeah, it's open air over.
I'll send the hawk in while we try and. Well, Vaela, you try and get this open, right? I'll
Vaela?
send the hawk. Yeah.
Oh, Vaela's inside still. Oh, she'll be. Yeah, all right, fine.
I thought you went with me.
No, but we can just say that she did. I'll give it a go.
That's the whole point. We split.
I'll say as the hawk goes over, they can see this contraption that looks like it's come out of the grass. And it looks to literally be like a pen. and there is a half-orc tied to it with a gagged mouth and a blindfold.
I guess
Sushi.
she will try the key on the gate.
Yep, it unlocks the gate.
There we go. Ah, see. Simple.
Okay.
Alright, she'll open the gate.
Just
Sushi.
that Zelda.
So what, is he tied up, did you say?
He's tied up, gagged, blindfolded.
Right. Well, we'll get him out of there and unrope him.
Yeah, I'll message Tim. Be like, we found Zushi
Oh,
in the Den garden.
what is going on? What are you doing in my island? Did you tie me up and put me here?
No, we did not, but we did deal with the ones that did. I think it might be best we head back into the dojo so we can explain, without prying eyes. This is not information that you'd want.
Back.
I don't. Do I have it? I don't. Is it one of these? Because these are the ones I have.
It's not. It's not on you.
Maybe it's inside. I don't know. I don't really know where your sword is. But one of those, the ones that people that looked like you, maybe they have it, or had it somewhere.
Looked like me.
Yeah, let's go inside before, people start looking and it causes problems.
Roll me a persuasion check. I have to stick a dummy in a baby.
Okay. Got nat 20 again. It's literally nat 20s and nat 1s today. It's absolutely insane.
Crazy.
I think it's like 2 nat 20s I've rolled and 3 nat 1s I've rolled. But luckily the nat 1s were attacks that had advantage.
Persuasion?
I got a nat 20.
Oh yeah, no, he's hook, lined, and sinkered. He'll follow you.
So we'll take him back to everybody else.
Inara, what's going on? Look, just listen to them. They're right. You can trust them.
Right. Again, we'll just catch him up on things. So there's a lot to go through.
20 years. This has been happening under my watch.
I mean, with these shapeshifters, it's very difficult to know.
He kicks over one of the chairs that we used before. Actually, no. This is Zushi. He lifts it up with one hand, throws it against the wall, and it smashes.
Satisfying, isn't it?
And how long have you been involved, Nara? I couldn't do anything about it. It was poor Nari. How long? The entire time.
I wouldn't be too hard. I mean, as you are well aware, people will do crazy things for the people they love, whether it be a daughter, whether it be a village. People do crazy things to protect.
Brings up a finger to say something to you and then just... Okay. So you've dealt with the problem. They're dead. What do we do now?
Well, the next step is to solve this tree puzzle.
I can't let you do that.
Why not?
It is my right and my purpose to defend this island and that pistol.
But it's because of that pistol that your town was attacked from the shadows, and you were put in your little Zen garden.
It has been the duty of every sensei since the beginning of this island to protect that secret.
That's
And
out
you
the bag.
ask me to destroy that tradition now.
Now, I've had experience with agreements and things like this. Now, protecting doesn't necessarily mean you're the one that has to have it. All it means is you put it in the place that is the most protected. You don't have to be the one that's physically doing it.
Roll another persuasion check for me.
Okay.
I'll
Am I
take
here for
it.
guidance?
You can guidance.
Go for it.
Fantastic. Get the D4.
Speaking of which, Temrin and Alarias, did you leave to go to the tree to compare notes to try stuff out, or are you staying there and just?
I was going to
comparing notes?
stay just because
Yeah,
there
Alarias
could be
was with
more
me.
evidence. Yeah,
Yeah,
there could
okay,
be more
cool,
evidence
cool.
there in Dojo, yeah. Who were there.
Yeah, they can just compare notes and not actually.
Oh,
compare anything.
nice. Okay, that is 25. Mighty plus 9 to persuasion.
Part of the protection is I don't know. Process. All I know is there is a dial in the tree. It's to do with the moons and the suns. The suns must set. The moons must join. And the blade that meets them will end the night. That is all I know.
Oh, joy, riddles. She'll turn to the more smarter people of the group expectantly. Gosh, this is not her
Yeah,
forte.
Tim's tapped out.
So I guess Elizora, Alarias, Temerind be like, well,
Can you repeat that?
The suns must set. Moons must join. And the blade that meets them will end the night.
I don't know where those blades come from.
Didn't we say that the
well, the swords have the crests on them, don't they?
No, well, didn't we say that when the moons came together, that it looked like a sword?
Did we say that? I can't remember.
Well, it says the moons. Yeah, so
Poker face.
Yeah, I know.
Keep it poker.
So it sounds like the suns must set. So the suns are at the bottom of the dial, if there is a relative bottom. Then the moons, I'm guessing, must be at the top, joined.
Yeah.
The blade that meets them will end the night. It's not a sun dial, is it? It's just a normal dial.
It's just a normal dial.
Yeah, Matt might be right that when the moons come together and they join,
Yeah.
some sort of blade.
Or like the
What
X.
do the colours mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we can make the sun red and blue, like setting. I think we can just do that.
But then when you made the sun red and blue and white, they caused problems.
I guess it's only because they're in the wrong place.
Yeah. Because now we know they're setting, right? They'd have to be.
Just remembering that like meme that you get where it's just like combat, horrific things, blah, 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 players just speed through. Puzzle for a toddler. Stump
This is
for
not a
hours.
toddler.
No, this isn't a
Yeah.
puzzle for a toddler.
Also, obviously, because it's not like a physical puzzle, it's obviously a lot more difficult.
Yeah,
you have to
yeah,
try
yeah.
and image it in your head.
Yeah.
It's always making it more difficult with these things. But yeah,
That's true.
I mean, obviously, we know the moons are going to be blue and red, most likely crossed over. Probably as an X. I would have thought, because that's maybe more blade-like than a circle.
Yeah, like that. Like two crescent moons.
Yeah, so a bit like a curved X. Yeah, a bit like a curved X.
Yeah.
It's the blade that meets them that gets me.
Well, I guess as I mean in the X, there'll be a blade down the middle of the two crescent moons. I don't know where the blade's coming from though.
Unless you actually put but there's no like keyhole or blade or anything. Unless
You haven't seen one.
Blade could mean crescent moon, maybe? Like a curved blade? Or the horizon?
Right.
suns must set.
I will say, as a reminder, this dial is quite a large dial. Just to put that out there as well. Like, you can fit your arm in it. You can't put your whole body in there, but you can fit your arm down to start fiddling with the dial. It is a large dial at the base of in the hole in this tree.
So unless we
It's
actually
not small.
put a blade in there,
Wait, Zushi,
Wait.
do you have like a sort of office or
Well, he said
like
he had
like
he had a
like
sword,
a
right?
special sword?
There are the ceremonial blades. We use them to, I guess, in some cultures you would consider it knighting some of our better students.
But didn't you say one of them?
Some,
Sorry.
it is when they have just ended their training.
Didn't you say like when Tim was fiddling around with them that one of them was like stuck in place, you couldn't move it?
No, that was the star one. Was nudged it and it was stuck in place, like it didn't
Right.
move.
So
The other two ceremonial blades, they were just movable.
because I wonder if they were involved. That we have to actually take them down and put them in there somewhere. Is there?
Gold, one silver.
Yeah. Is there like anything on the blades that look like a divot or anything that could fit in a slot?
Would you like to inspect the blades?
Sure.
Roll an investigation check for me, please.
Not the strong suit. 11.
Can I help him out?
You can help or roll your own investigation check, your choice.
What's your?
I'll roll my own.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Plus, yeah, 18.
18. Vaela, you're looking at this thing thinking, it's a fucking sword. It's a nice sword. It's a sword. Alarias, you come in, you look at the intricate detail. You can see, so on the gold tilted one, there are suns on it. And the actual crossguard, sorry. The crossguard on the top of the katana is definitely in the shape of a sun. It's got like a sun imprinting around it. That is the symbology it's trying to use. The gold hilt around it has like a black filigree going around it, where it's kind of a spiraling pattern. The silver sword, very similar, except it's got a crescent moon going around so on the sharp edge of the blade, the sharp side of the blade, crescent moon is going around that side on the top of the crossguard, and around it there is a blue filigree going around. The thing you notice, Alarias, as you're doing this, and you're not a weaponsmith. Blades aren't your thing. The thing that's strange to you is the blade's shape is not a perfect point, but it curves very slightly. So there's a sharpened point on one edge, but then it curves and is rounded on the other. Not common for anything else you've seen here.
I think we found our blades.
So it's just a matter of how they all fit together.
Could we take the sushi to try on the dial?
I think at this point, it is out of my hands, and I have failed.
I wouldn't say you failed, Sushi.
I was captured by two adversaries attempting to hurt people on my island and take the thing I was meant to protect, which they knew much about. I failed.
True, but you opened your village to us. You chose to do that, which indirectly we stopped them. If your decisions hadn't let us come ashore, who knows how much damage they would have done. So your acts of leadership and kindness is what saved your village.
I will ponder this in meditation. Jess, you have shown you are working in good earnest and are not common pirates. So I will allow you to take the ceremonial blades.
Thank you.
On top of that, I'd like to be clear. You have done enough in my eyes to speak to the recruits that you wish to take on.
Thank you, Zushi. And don't worry, I will treat these blades with the utmost respect. I have experience dealing with ceremonial weaponry. So she will very carefully take them down, again treating them with all the due care that they require.
I expect them to be returned.
Of course.
Not a scratch.
We will try not to. We don't know what the process is going to be required to use these.
Yeah.
So we can only promise what the process allows.
And he looks at Anara. He says, I will never speak ill of you to anyone. And I understand your reasons. But my trust is truly gone. And then he walks off to one other end of the dojo, takes a kneeling position, begins to meditate.
Does she look distraught?
She looks saddened by it, kind of accepting that's probably the best possible outcome.
Vaela will put her hand on sort of the top of her back and go, don't worry. I don't think there is anybody alive who would do anything different to what you did. If anything, if anything, you would be more of a monster if you hadn't done what you did.
I would sacrifice anything for Inari. Anything.
As you should. And yeah, she will, I guess, lead the crew then back to the tree with swords in hand.
Okay. So you get back to the tree. Help me out here, peeps. What would you like to do?
Stab the tree.
Stab the tree.
That's
Yeah.
what I'd like to do.
Yeah. Just start hacking at it. Okay. I mean, as you're sort of turning these dials, because I still don't understand how the blades fit into this.
Mhm.
Because there's no, in theory, slot or groove for them to fit in. Unless there is one that becomes apparent.
When discussed last time, you didn't actually start turning anything. You guys kind of said, I said to Alarias, this is how you can visually imagine the different kind of things that can appear.
Mm.
The only positions you tried were a red moon and a red sun, I believe.
Mm.
So those are the only two positions you've actually tried.
Yeah.
But visually, from looking at it, those are the kind of concepts you can come up with.
Right.
But much like playing around with most things, as you start to fiddle with it, you may discover more.
Yeah, because this is the first time sort of Vaela's actually come across this. Can she kind of make out any way that, these swords interact? So again, it's just like by turning it, grooves appear, or a slit appears. Like, say for example, you're turning the dial, and then in a certain alignment, you see like a slit go through the middle of it, like an eye that you can slot the sword into.
Because I've just remembered a couple things from your backstory. Can you do a religion check?
Yes. Surprisingly,
You will
not
have
proficient.
advantage.
Okay, excellent. Okay, that one's decent. Okay, that fucking fourth nat one. Luckily, I had advantage. So that's a 16.
16. There is only one moon in the sky. In the past, Solnar had two sons, which are the suns, and two daughters, which were the moons.
Mm.
But at some point in history, no one quite knows when, perhaps at the time of flood, when a lot of the gods were dying off, the moons combined to keep each other alive. They took one form together.
Mm.
The imagery of this is two crescent moons touching tips. One side being blue and the other side being red. And usually, in the imagery, the middle center is white.
Mm.
You would have seen some of this imagery in your early life.
Okay. Hang on a minute. I've seen it. Now I've actually seen this. I've seen it before.
Oh, goddamn.
I've seen this.
I've seen this before.
Deja vu.
Well, kind of, unfortunately. When you grow up with a very religious family, shall we say, certain things are sort of burned into your brain, as it were. But
The religious type.
well, how you are brought into this world isn't necessarily how you lead it. But yes, there is an old legend saying the moons came together to survive. When all the craziness with flood occurred. So I think that gives us our hint, and is always depicted by a red and blue moon touching each other in a circle, which kind of answers how those get together. But then they're on top of a white circle, which would suggest we put one of the suns, I guess, underneath it in a white colour. Whether we do that with both or not, I don't know. We could always try doing it with both.
What about the other sun then?
Well, it says the suns must set, so we could always try putting one at the bottom and seeing what happens. At the very least, if we try and make that pattern of a white sun with a red and blue crescent moon touching each other in a circle, it might make it a little bit more clearer what to do next.
Demrin, she's all yours.
I don't want to touch it.
Well, put this as your
Big
part.
arms of yours.
Well, you were asleep on the job, magically or otherwise. You know,
that's not fair.
it is the way.
It's rules.
It's the way the dice roll, Demrin.
Is it an order, Captain?
Unfortunately,
Is it really an order?
Yes, it is. Pull your weight, Demrin.
Fuck. Right. He's about to go in with his hand, and he's like, "What am I doing? I have a mage hand. Right, I could do it with mage hand." He starts trying to move it with mage hand, and it's not going very well. And he's like, "Fuck, fine."
Thought you were better at that.
I'm out of practice from using my arms. Right. Anyway, starts twisting things. So we want 2 crescent moons together, and what, the suns
To the
where?
underneath, or somehow integrated as a white, circle. And then a red
I
and
can
a.
do them both underneath, or I could do the white one underneath and the other one at the bottom. I think I could probably do them both at the bottom and the 2 crescent moons together at the top.
Let's try that
The
one.
you want me to try first?
Let's do the two suns at the top that are white, and then put the 2 crescents on top of those. Let's see how that pans out.
Okay, so that way, that way, and that way. Nothing happens, but you do have a blue crescent moon and a red crescent moon on top of a white sun, with assumedly the other sun underneath, but it can't be seen visually. And then the rest of the space is blank. Oh, actually, sorry. The lines kind of have given a like concave hill-like shape, sort of going across the middle.
Maybe we put one of those suns down the bottom as the sun's setting.
Yeah. We put that as red.
Okay.
What's the normal sun color?
What color? Thing is, like, you were saying that the red sun, burnt you. That might not necessarily be the best way to go. Why not just yellow? Why not just make it yellow? Go with yellow. No one's had anything bad happen from yellow so far. Let it electrocute you.
Make it yellow. Okay, so yellow sun at the bottom.
Yes.
Just gonna reiterate what you're going for here, or the riddle that comes with it. Suns must set, the moons must join, and the blade that meets them will end the night. As you put the yellow, it is just one sun you're putting at the bottom, and you're keeping the white
Yeah.
there, right?
Because I
Yes,
assume
you
there's
put
no.
one-
Because I assume there's no other way to make a white light at the top.
So, yeah, the white sun at the top, you can only put a red sun at the bottom. You can't change the color.
Right. If we were to remove the white sun at the top, there would just be no white circle, would there?
Mm-hmm.
Is there still nowhere to like put the blades? Or is there
in
any?
this current configuration?
And we can't. So we can't even change the thing of the sun either.
Yeah, the sun. The way you've currently got it, the red sun is at the bottom.
Yeah. I just thought, sun must set, so we probably have to put it on the west, the right hand, the left hand. So the side that the sun
Sunrise,
sets on.
sunset doesn't work the same way.
Whichever way it is here, then whichever.
It's not consistent.
Oh God. Of
We
course
just
not.
try different variations of it being on different sides.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like
Quite
because it sounds like it's going to change because we've set white at the top. The coloured disc, as it were, is fixed. So no matter where we move the sun, it's just going to change colour. We can't sort of stop that, as it were. So if we put it to the left, it's only ever going to be that one, whatever that one colour is, and so on and so forth.
Would you like a hint?
Some inspiration.
You can use your inspiration if you like.
Don't even think I have one.
I don't think I have one though.
You made me use mine.
That's true. I
Yeah,
didn't
no.
make you. You chose to.
Yeah, none of us has inspiration.
Well,
Under duress, I would say, rather than.
I would say, for Alarias, this would be a general intelligence check. For Tim, this would be a nature check to get a hint.
Can we do both?
Depending on your checks, you will get a certain level of hint. For Vaela, it would be religion. For Elizora, probably arcana or intelligence, one or the other.
Okay.
Let's all do it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
With guidance, one after the other. Okay.
Guidance.
Mine.
Oh, that was really good.
16. Arcana.
17. Arcana.
Yours is intelligence
Nature.
anyway, but yeah.
No, it's the same. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine.
If you're proficient in Arcana, it's better.
Yeah. You get more.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fair
it's
enough. Mine was a 23 religion.
fine. Okay, so for all of you, my biggest hint is the suns must set. So the suns have to set together.
Then how'd you get the white circle?
Vaela, I'm just going to put this forward as well. The color of a sunset is orange,
Right.
or a lighter, a very very light, or a blood orange. Some might say.
Yeah, so we got to mix
So I'm
red
just
and
gonna put that
yellow.
out there.
Yeah. So we've got to mix red and yellow with the suns. Somehow. But then what I don't get is how you're supposed to get a white circle if we move the suns.
So I'll say as well. The symbology was
Right, so it doesn't have to necessarily be.
red with
Yeah.
a white center, which makes sense because the moon generally is white.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what? Okay. So if we have the suns, one red and one yellow, on top of each other, probably at the bottom, with the moons on top the way they are, that might do it. Potentially.
Is that what you want Temrin to try?
Yeah, it's as good a guess as any.
So as Temrin's bringing it round, gets a quick buzz. Fuck, but sorry, sorry, it's just one in the wrong place. Sorry. Carries on twisting it round. He overlaps the circles of the suns, so they're mostly covering each other, As he does that, there is a dark pit in between the blue crescent moon and the red crescent moon beginning to appear, where there is no glass, there is no dial, it is just a hole.
Okay. So, is it enough for one sword or two swords?
One.
Let's put the silver one in, the moon sword.
Put the silver one in.
Mm-hmm.
It clicks into place. Do you do anything else with it?
Oh, okay. I just thought something was going to happen.
Well, it clicks into place. It feels like it's in the right position.
Yeah. Can it move in any way, like twist, or do I have to move?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Begin to twist it.
Yeah,
You
twist
hear
it.
something beginning to crank as it twists, and then as it cranks, a portion of the rock surface beneath you begins to open up,
Oh, okay.
and there is another slot, and around it you can see the iconography of a sun.
Right. So I should put the other sword into that one then. The sun sword.
And as you do, just next to the tree, a rather large piece of rock begins to move very slowly, opening up a cobwebbed passage and a staircase leading down to the depths underneath the tree. There is a dark, cold breeze that slowly coughs out a breath of decay from within. That is where we are going to end tonight's session. Da-da-da-da-da-da.